Hello everyone. So today's the big day. I'm finally beginning my dental implant journey. So step one is to do the bone graft surgery, and I'm going to be heading to the dental clinic very shortly, located in Icheon, which is about 20 minutes away from where I'm staying in Itaewon. This was the one that was recommended to me by the other dental clinic that I visited the other day. This one in particular is a gum specialist, and they specialize in bone graft surgeries and dental implant surgeries. So a little bit more technical than the usual case because my gums are a lot narrower and thinner than most cases are, and that's because it's been a few years since I removed my molar. I removed at the time because it was infected, and even though I did the filling and I did the clean multiple times, the nerve underneath was infected. And at the time, my dentist, which when looking back now, they probably shouldn't have recommended this, but they suggested I could either do the root canal procedure or remove the whole molar. But with the root canal, they told me that it wasn't 100% going to be rectified, and there was still a chance that the infection could come back. So I was in so much pain at the time, I honestly thought I was going to die from a toothache. So dramatic, but I just told them, take the whole tooth out. I don't want to feel this anymore. So they removed it and it was instantly better. But after a couple of years, I decided to get my braces, and my new dentist at the time, which I love, amazing dentist, told me that I probably should at some point get an implant, because otherwise after my braces are removed, I will need to do something about that gap. Otherwise all my teeth will continue to shift over time, and it would kind of reverse the effect of having braces, and it would all be a waste. So this is why I'm prioritizing this now, and I really want to rush it now, because the longer I wait, the harder it is for my teeth to settle, and I'll have to continue wearing my retainers constantly. Otherwise, my teeth will shift. The reason why I'm doing it in Korea is because it's significantly cheaper than doing it in Australia. Australia, the costs of labor and equipment and everything else is much higher, but of course, do your own research, get your own quotes. This is just my personal experience. So without further ado, let's go. I've arrived in Icheon and I've walked to my dental clinic, but before I enter, I just wanted to say how nice this little neighborhood is. It's really peaceful, and it's actually not too far from the CBD and main touristy, busy, bustling areas, but it's calmer here and really lovely. So anyways, let's head in. 안녕하세요. So I just finished my surgery. It went well with no complications. And yeah, I'll talk a little bit more in detail about the experience, but my ice pack now. I'm just going to pick up my prescription for my antibiotics and painkillers. Can you see how puffy this side is? See how this goes upwards? And then this is just like, pew, pew. Anyway, so as promised, I will give you guys a full breakdown of my experience. So I walked in at 10 o'clock, exactly when my appointment was starting, and I was the only patient there, which means one dentist that operates there only focuses on one patient at a time, and then obviously he has his nurses and assistants to assist, which is good, which means it's not like a factory where he's operating on like multiple people at the same time or there's a lot going on. It's really focused on the individual patient, so that was already a good sign. Secondly, they disclosed the price to me, and because I don't have Korean insurance, obviously the price was going to be a little bit higher, which I was fine with. I had already discussed that with them. It did include the price of another x-ray, even though I did one a few days prior at the other clinic, but I guess each clinic needs their own copy with their own equipment. That's fine with me. It was still a lot cheaper total compared to what I would have paid in Australia. And then we went straight in. After the x-ray, I spoke to the dentist, and initially I was a bit worried because I was told that the staff didn't speak English there, but the dentist spoke English really, really well, and I was able to communicate so easily with him. Not only that, he talked me through the entire process, each and every step, and really reassured me and kept me calm the whole way through, which was great. And then we did the local anesthesia, and it's really normal for me, but in Australia I always need a top-up because for some reason the first dosage isn't enough to kick in. So then that was fine. He just topped me up and began the actual procedure. So we've just injected the local anesthesia, waiting for it to kick in, and I'm going to see if I need a top-up. But the whole procedure will take about an hour. He said I shouldn't be nervous, and I am a little bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes. So the procedure itself was weird. It was so eerie. I could feel the scraping and the tugging and the pulling and the drilling, but I couldn't feel it directly in my gum. Because it was all numb around there, it was almost like it was at the back of my head, and almost as if I was stuck in a really bad dream or a horror movie. I honestly wanted it to end, not because I was in pain, but more so because it was just creepy and a little bit uncomfortable in that sense. But it was over within probably like 30-40 minutes, and then he spent the next 10-15 minutes stitching the area back up. And yeah, he was really great throughout the whole thing. It went well and it was successful with no issues. So then he talked me through the aftercare process. He then prescribed me with some pain relief medication, some antibiotics, and also an antibacterial gargle, which I picked up at the pharmacy downstairs. It was a really easy process and costed me 16,000 Korean won for 7 days worth, which is really cheap. It's like 20 Australian dollars. And then I just ice packed the left side of my face for a couple of hours, which kind of helped with the swelling. It's a little bit more swollen now and probably will be tomorrow, but that's completely normal. But I was able to eat soft food fine. It doesn't hurt at all right now. But because I'm flying back to Sydney tomorrow, I won't be able to do the post-op checkup and follow-up appointment here. I'll have to do it with my dentist back in Sydney. So I've already given them the heads up that I'm going to be coming in to check up. But yeah, overall, really easy process. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Also, just a quick disclaimer, please do your own research if you're going to do this. This is just my experience. I am just talking you through what I went through today. I'll probably show you guys what it looks like over the next few days, but for now it's super swollen and bloody and kind of gross, so I will wait for that and probably give you guys a further update in the next 2 to 3 weeks when it heals better. But anyways, I will see you guys in the last episode tomorrow, and I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye!